Germany tightens controls at all borders in immigration crackdown. Are we witnessing the dawn of a new era in Germany's immigration policy? Could this latest crackdown signal a broader shift that will reverberate across Europe and redefine the future of migration in the region? As nations grapple with the complexities of migration, security, and integration, Germany has taken a decisive step, tightening controls at its borders in a move that has left many wondering what comes next. For decades, Germany has been seen as a leader in humanitarian efforts, opening its doors to refugees and migrants fleeing war, persecution, and poverty. However, the country now finds itself at a critical juncture. Recent incidents of violence involving asylum seekers, coupled with growing public concern over strained public services and integration challenges, have prompted Chancellor Olaf Scholz's government to take a firmer stance on immigration. But will these new measures effectively address the issues or create further tension within the European Union? In today's video, we'll break down Germany's bold decision to implement stricter border controls, the events that led to this shift, and the potential impact on Germany's political landscape, its citizens, and the wider European community. As we explore the new measures, we'll also dive into the political rise of far-right parties like Alternative for Germany, AfD, the effects of irregular migration on public safety, and the challenges Germany now faces in maintaining its position within the Schengen zone. Stick with us as we uncover the details behind Germany's immigration crackdown and what it means for the future of migration in Europe. This is an issue that goes beyond borders. It's about the delicate balance between security, compassion, and the political forces shaping the future of Europe. Let's get started. Germany's immigration history, a balancing act. Germany has long held a reputation as a welcoming nation for immigrants, particularly during times of crisis. In 2015 and 2016, the country opened its doors to over 1 million refugees, mainly from war-torn countries like Syria. This marked a significant moment in the European migrant crisis, and Germany stood as a beacon of hope for many fleeing conflict and poverty. Yet this decision also sowed seeds of division within the country. As time went on, the influx of immigrants began to strain public services, and concerns over integration and security began to dominate political discussions. Fast forward to today, and Germany, a country of 84 million people, is now at a tipping point, with growing tensions surrounding the management of immigration. The government's new border controls represent a critical moment in this balancing act. The surge of irregular migration, a pressing challenge. In recent years, Germany has faced increasing challenges from irregular migration. Migrants, many of whom are fleeing war, poverty, and persecution, have been crossing borders in hopes of finding safety and better opportunities in Germany. However, this surge has placed immense pressure on public services, from housing to healthcare, leaving many Germans feeling the strain. The recent knife attacks, in which suspects were asylum seekers, have fueled concerns over security and heightened fears about Islamist extremism. These incidents have prompted Germany to rethink its approach to immigration, as public safety becomes a central issue. Chancellor Olaf Scholz's government is now taking bold steps to curb the influx of irregular migrants in an effort to address these challenges head-on. New border controls, what they entail. The new border controls, set to begin on September 16, 2024, will initially last for 6 months and will cover all of Germany's land borders. These controls mark a significant shift in Germany's immigration policy, as they will affect movement within the Schengen zone, a region known for its free movement of people across European borders. Interior Minister Nancy Faeser has emphasized that these measures are designed to protect the public and tackle irregular migration. The government has announced plans to reject more migrants directly at German borders, though the specifics of how this will be implemented remain unclear. These controls are seen as a part of a broader effort to strengthen internal security and send a message that Germany is tightening its stance on immigration. Impact on European unity, a tense situation. Germany's new border controls may test the unity of the European Union as they challenge the principles of the Schengen zone. Under EU rules, countries are only permitted to introduce border checks as a last resort to address threats to public safety or internal security. However, Germany's actions may prompt neighboring countries to follow suit, potentially leading to a domino effect across Europe. Austria has already stated that it will not accept migrants turned away by Germany at the border, indicating potential friction between EU member states. These new measures could also strain relations with other European countries, as Germany may request that asylum seekers be returned to their point of entry within the EU. Far-right gains momentum. The AfD's rise. One of the most significant political consequences of the immigration debate in Germany has been the rise of the far-right party, Alternative for Germany, AfD. In recent years, the AfD has capitalized on public fears surrounding immigration and security, framing these issues as a threat to German identity and sovereignty. The AfD's victory in Thuringia, where they became the first far-right party to win a state election since World War II, polls suggest that immigration remains the top concern for many voters, particularly in regions like Brandenburg, which is set to hold elections soon. As Scholz's government fights to retain control, the issue of immigration will undoubtedly remain a critical factor. The role of recent violent incidents in shaping policy. Violent incidents involving migrants have played a major role in shaping the public discourse around immigration in Germany. The recent knife attacks, particularly one in Solingen, claimed by the Islamic State, have heightened fears and contributed to the growing call for stricter immigration controls. These incidents have not only stoked public anxiety, but have also placed pressure on the government to take immediate action. For Scholz and his administration, the introduction of new border controls represents a direct response to these security concerns, as well as an attempt to regain political momentum. Deportation policies. Tougher stance on repatriation. Germany has also taken steps to toughen its deportation policies. In recent months, the government has resumed deportations of convicted Afghan criminals, despite previous concerns about sending individuals back to a country controlled by the Taliban. This decision reflects the government's commitment to cracking down on irregular migration and ensuring that those who break the law are held accountable. Tighter deportation rules have been implemented alongside the new border controls as part of a broader strategy to reduce the number of migrants entering and staying in the country. Public sentiment, a nation divided. Public opinion in Germany remains deeply divided on the issue of immigration. On one hand, there is strong support for providing refuge to those fleeing conflict and persecution. On the other hand, many Germans are concerned about the strain on public resources and the challenges of integrating large numbers of migrants into society. As the government tightens its border controls, it must navigate these complex and often conflicting views. What lies ahead? A changing landscape. Germany's new immigration controls mark the beginning of a significant shift in the country's approach to migration. The next 6 months will be critical in determining how these measures are implemented and whether they achieve the intended results. However, the ripple effects of these policies are likely to be felt across Europe, as other countries may follow Germany's lead. For Germany, the question remains, can tighter controls on immigration truly address the underlying challenges? Or will they exacerbate existing tensions both within the country and across the European Union? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear. Germany's immigration policy is entering a new chapter. Thank you for watching today's deep dive into Germany's immigration crackdown and the broader implications for Europe. As the landscape of immigration continues to evolve, policies like these are shaping the future of not just individual countries, but the entire European Union. It's clear that Germany's approach will be a focal point of debate, not just for its citizens, but for policymakers, human rights organizations, and neighboring nations alike. If you found this content valuable, be sure to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback helps us create even more relevant and insightful content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest global developments, policy changes, and their real-world impacts.